Hello guys, so in this video we are going to make some very basic programs, and those programs are based on the you know topics which we have learned till now. So let's get started, and we are going to make our first program. So I'm just opening my idle from here, and you know what, actually I have already saved those programs. So I just want to show you what are those three basic programs. There can be very different permutation and combinations of programs based on even based on the very less topics that we have covered in Python. Those are very basic topics, and till instead of that you can have so many programs, but I'm just choosing three programs as of now. So I've just copied some formulas which will be used. So you know our first program is basically, you know one more thing, you can just use comment for one single line, like if you remove the comment from here, it's not commented anymore, right? So it's a very simple topic, but a simple basic thing, but you need to understand that you need to provide this in order to make it as a comment, right? So yeah, the first program is and I just need to maximize it so that you can read it properly. The first program is write a program that asks the user for their name and greets them with their name, right? So if you remember my earlier classes in which we learned about getting the user from getting the input from a user, so this is basically the same thing that the question is asking for. So first we are going to make program for the first question, right? Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to just take any variable name which can be username, and we now need to input some value in it, right? Enter your number, right? Okay, then what you need to do is you just need to print hey. I think it must be pretty much clear to you. So I'm just going to save this program as p1, right? I just want to resize it, and it's good. Now we are going to run this program. Let's see what is the output. So first we need to okay, it should be name, right? It shouldn't be name, it shouldn't be number, but let's anyways just use a name instead. Okay, yeah, so it's just printing my name. Yeah, one thing which I want to tell you in this simple program, which is so one simple thing that I want to tell you guys in this video, this particular example is, first let me run this program once more. You see there is no gap here, right? You need to provide a gap manually, right? Then only you are going to get a gap here. See, you can provide as much gap as possible, but it is all manually. By default you are getting a gap, you are getting a tab here, right? So what we can do is we can just provide the gap here as well, so that we don't have any need to provide gap manually, right? So you see you are just getting the gap here automatically, right? So just enter whatever you want, and it's going to print h1 for you. So it's very pretty much simple pretty much simple logic, right? So I'm just going to comment it as well. I hope it's clear to you guys. um, One more thing which you need to understand is that you need to provide this double quote, because if you just use like this, it's going to give you an error because hey is not defined, right? So even if I just write something, hey is not defined, the error will come. Okay, so it's very pretty simple, but we need to understand this as well, right? It's very simple. What if I use hey and I'm not using comma? Let's see what it does. I think it will run. Okay, so it's not, it's not giving a gap. So for that, what you can do is you can provide a gap here and you are good to go. See, so this is how you can do practice, or you can do any kind of practical with your exam. So anyways, I'm just going to get back to my previous code which I like more, right? So just yeah, so this is how you just do this, the first program, which asks you to write a program that asks the user for their name and greets them with their name. So it was very simple for you, right? I'm just going to copy this as of now and paste it here so that I can just use it in my GitHub repository where I can just commit all the codes. Okay, so my second question will be Fahrenheit to Celsius. That means suppose if I entered a value which is in Fahrenheit, okay, then it needs to be converted into degrees Celsius, right? I didn't remember the formula for it, so I just googled it, and this is what is our formula, right? So we are going to make a program for this as well, right? So we will write temperature in Fahrenheit, right? And we are going to use int. Wait, I don't want to use int here. I just want to first use input. Enter your temperature. Right, so it's very much simple. Usually the temperature is basically it comes in a float value, right? If you remember 90 or 98.3 Celsius or 200, right? Something like that. So I just want to convert this value into float. Even if you don't convert it, you can just get the value. You will get the value in float. I will tell you why, right? So yeah, this is, let me just see if I'm not missing anything. Okay, so fine. So the second thing will be to apply this formula over there, right? So for that, what we can do is we will take a different variable, and I'm just going to copy paste so that my work will be a little bit easily done. I'm just going to print Celsius here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is although the variable is a little big, but I just want to show you so that with a good explanation you can find it more easily understandable, right? Minus 32 we need to put this into a bracket, I suppose, and then you can use, I'm just copying the formula which is used over here, right? And after that, what you can do is you can just print this statement, and you can just give some good representation as well, like your temperature in Celsius is, okay, so you just provide a gap as well, and you're just going to paste the value of the Celsius variable in here, right? So I think it will do the justice. Let's see, guys, what it is going to print, right? Save your program, enter your temperature. So we are going to enter our temperature in Fahrenheit, right? So it will be like 300, and you're going to get your temperature in Celsius as, okay, I think it is going to give us a gap. Let's see. Right, it's giving us gap. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Anyway, so we are going to, we are getting our, if you will check your Fahrenheit degrees, then it will be in Celsius, it will be exactly same. So what I'm going to tell you is, suppose if you write here int as well, right? In that case also you are going to get float value only. Why? I will tell you. Right, the reason behind this is that we are using 5/9 here, okay, and this in Python is going to give you a float value, as we have learned in our mathematical operations videos. So it doesn't matter what value you are going to give, but if you are using int and you are reluctant to get integer, that you can use this, and in this case you are going to get an integer value, which is this, right? So but I don't want to do that, and I just want to use float for some reason or other. So yes, it's a very simple program, I think, and it's working fine as well. So I'm going to copy paste this program, and I'm just going to use it here. Wait. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to make our last program in this video, and which is we need to enter a number which is represented here as, and suppose we entered 3, okay, and the output should be something like, it should print the output from, it is going to print the sum of values from 1 to n, okay. So it's going to print 1 plus 3 till n, okay, and it will give the output. I think it's very simple. I've just copy pasted the mathematical formula that we used to have in our childhood classes, right? And it's very simple. So just make this program as it's very simple, I think. Right, we are going to obviously use it int here, because I want to just use int. Okay, it will give the value as okay, that just going to give the value in float because this is used, okay. But anyways, I will do that. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to apply this formula. So we are going to store this value. I think some is some predefined function or something in print. So what we are going to do is we are going to use like this, okay. Okay, so we do it like n multiplied by n plus 1 by 2. Oh, I think I should use like this. Yeah, I think it will be more good, right? Now so we are just going to print sum, and I think we are good to go. So we are going to enter our number, which is suppose 3. Okay, so the output should be 1 plus 2 plus 3, that means 6. Let's see what it is printing. So I think we are getting the correct output. Why float value? Because we know this. So what you can do is you can just use this. Okay, and I think we are good to go in this case. Just run this program, enter a number, and you're getting 6. Okay, well, I think we should check something else as well, right? Let's see what it does here. I'm just curious to know. Just very curious to know. You know, 3. Fine, it's printing good. That's cool. What if I do I just want to use this here as well. Let's see what happens in this case. If I use it here, what happens? Okay, fine, it's working fine as well. So I think there are so many ways of writing this program, and each one of them is working fine. You don't have to use double slash in this way, right? So I hope these 3 programs were clear to you. These programs were just an attempt to make ourselves more familiar with the coding aspect of Python as well. So tell me, how do you like this video? I hope you are liking these videos, and guys, tell me any new suggestions that I should include in this video as well. And I'm also willing to learn from you as well. Learn your own Python information and knowledge with me as well. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Thank you so much.